Welcome. This is Miss Cruz. I teach pre-K. Today we're going to read the Lorax. The Lorax, author Dr. Seuss. Let's read.
The Lorax by Dr. Seuss. At the far end of town, where the crickle grass grows, and the wind smells low and sour when it blows, and no birds ever sing, excepting old crows, is the street of the lifted Lorax. And deep in the crickle grass, some people say, if you look deep enough, you could still see today, where the Lorax once stood, just as long as it could, before somebody lifted the Lorax away. What was the Lorax, and why was it there? And why was it lifted and taken somewhere from the final town where the crickle grass grows? The one old Onceler still lives here, asking he knows. You won't see the Onceler. Don't knock on his door. He stays in his lurking on top of his door. He lurks in his lurking cold under the roof, where he makes his own clothes out of muff. And on special dank midnights in August, he peeks out of the shutters, and sometimes he speaks and tells you how the Lorax was lifted away. He'll tell you, perhaps, if you're willing to pay. On the end of the rope, he lets down a thin pail, and you have to toss in 15 cents, and a nail, and the shell of a great-great-grandfather's snail. Then he puts up the pail, makes a most careful count to see if you have paid him the proper amount. Then he hides what you paid him, awaiting in his mouth his secret strange hole in his scrupulous glove. Then he groans, I'll call you by my whisper on my phone, for the secrets I tell you are for your ears alone. Slop! Down the slope, the whisper on my phone to hear your ear, and the old Onceler's whispers are not very clear, since they have to come down through Snuggly's hose, and he sounds as if he had smallish bees up his nose. Now I'll tell you, he says, with his teeth sounding gray, how the Lorax got lifted and taken away. It all started way back, such a long, long time back. Way back in the days where the grass was still green and the pond was still wet, and the clouds were still clean, and the song of the swarmy swans around out in space. One morning I came to this glorious place, and I first saw the trees, the truffle of trees, the bright colored tuft of the truffle of trees, mile after mile in the freshly morning breeze. And under the trees I saw brown barbaloots frisking about in their barbaloot suits, as if they played in the shade and ate truffle of fruits. From the rippleless pond came comfortable sound of the humming fish humming while splashing around. But those truffle of trees. All my life I've been searching for trees such as these. The touch of their tuft was much softer than silk, and they had the sweet smell of freshly buttery milk. I felt a great leaping of joy in my heart. I knew just what I'd do. I unloaded my cart. In no time at all, I had built a small shop. Then I chopped down a truffle tree with one shot. And with great skillful skill and a great speedy speed, I took the tough and I kneaded a knead. The instant I finished, I heard gasum. I looked, I saw something pop out of the stump of the tree I chopped down. It was sort of a man. Describe him. That's hard. I don't know if I can. He was shortish and oldish and brownish and mossy, and he spoke with a bossy that was sharpish and bossy. Mister, he said with a so dusty sneeze, I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees. I speak for the trees have no tongues. And I'm asking you, sir, at the top of my lungs. He was very upset as he shouted and puffed. What was that thing you made out of my truffle tough? Look, Lorax, I said, there's no cause for alarm. I chopped that I chopped just one tree. I am doing no harm. I'm being quite useful. This thing is a need. A need I find something that all people need. It's a shirt, it's a sock, it's a glove, it's a hat. But it has other uses, yes, far beyond that. You could use it for carpets, for pillows, for sheets, or curtains, or covers for bicycle seats. The Lorax said, Sir, you are crazy with greed. There's no one on earth who will buy that full need. But the very next minute I proved he was wrong. For just in that minute a chap came along, and he thought that the need I had needed was great. He happily bought it for $3.98. I laugh at the Lorax. You poor stupid guy. You never can tell what someone will buy. I repeat, cried the Lorax, I speak for the trees. I'm busy, I told him. Shut up, if you please. I rushed across the room and in no time at all built a radio phone. I put in a quick call. I called all my brothers and uncles and aunts and I said, listen here. Here's a wonderful chance for the whole Wansler family to get mighty rich. Get over here fast. Take the road to the north niche. Turn left a wicked hay, sharp right a south stitch. And in no time at all, in the factory I built, the whole Wansler family was working full tilt. We were all knitting needs, just as busy as bees, as to the sound of the shopping of the truffle trees. Then, oh baby, oh, how my business did grow. Now, shopping one tree was at a time was too slow. So I quickly invented my super axe hacker, which whacked off 4 truffle trees at one smacker. We were making needs 4 times as fast as before. And the Lorax, he didn't show up anymore. But the next week, he knocked on my new office door. He snapped, I am the Lorax who speaks for the trees, which you seem to be shopping as fast as you please. But I'm also in charge of the brown barbaloots who played in the shade in their barbaloo suits and happily lived eating truffle fruits. Now, thanks to your hacking my trees to the ground, there's not enough truffle fruit to the round. And my poor barbaloots are all getting the crummies because they have gas and no food in their tummies. They love living here, but I can't let them stay. They'll have to find food, and I hope that they may. Good luck, boys, he cried, and he sent them away. I, the Wansler, felt sad as I watched them all go. But business is business, and business must grow, regardless of the crummies in tummies, you know. I meant no harm. I mostly truly did not. But I had to grow bigger, so bigger I got. I bigger my factory, I bigger my roads. I bigger my wagons, I bigger the loads of the needs I shipped out. I was shipping them forth to the south, to the east, to the west, to the north. I went right on biggering, selling out more needs, and I bigger my money, which everyone needs. Then again, he came back. I was fixing some pies when that old nonsense Lorax came back with more gripes. I am the Lorax, he coughed and he whiffed. He sneezed and he snuffled, he snargled, he sniffed. Wansler, he cried with a cruffled croak. Wansler, you're making such mogul smoke. My poor swummy swums, why, they can sing a note. No one can sing who has smoke in his throat. And so, said the Lorax, please pardon my cough. They cannot live here, so I am sending them off. Where will they go? I don't hopefully know. They might have to fly for a month or a year to escape from the smoke you have smoked all around here. What's more, snapped the Lorax. His dander was up. Let me say a few words about gloopity glop. Your machine clocks day and night without stop, making gloopity glop. Also, scloppity sklop. And what do you do with the list over goo? I'll show you, you dirty old Wansler man, you. You're glumping the pond where the humming fish hum. No more can they hum, for their gills are all gum. So I'm sending them off. All their future is ready. They'll walk on their fins and get woefully weary. in search of some water that isn't so smelly. And then I got mad. I got terribly mad. I yelled at the Lorax, "Now listen here, Dad. All you do is yap, yap, and say, bad, bad, bad." Well, I have my rights, sir, and I'm telling you, I intend to go on doing just what I do. And for your information, you Lorax, I am fingering on getting biggering, and biggering, and biggering, and biggering. Turning more truffle trees into needs, which everyone needs. And at that very moment, we heard a loud whack. From outside in the fields came a sickening smack of an axe of a tree. Then we heard the tree fall, the very last truffle tree of them all. No more trees, no more needs, no more work to be done. So, and in no time, my uncles and aunts, everyone, all waved me goodbye. They jumped into my cars and drove away under the smoke stars. Now, all that was left beneath the bad-smelling sky was my big, empty factory, the Lorax and I. The Lorax said nothing, just gave me a glance, just gave me a very sad backward glance, as he lifted himself by the seat of his pants. And I'll never forget the grim look on his face. And he hastened himself and took leave of this place, through a hole in the smoke without leaving a trace. And all that the Lorax left here in this mess was a small pile of rocks with the one word, unless. Whatever that means, well, I couldn't guess. That was long, long ago. But each day since that day, I have sat here and worried away. Through the years, while my buildings have fallen apart, I have worried about it with all my heart. But now, says the Onceler, now that you're here, the world of the Lorax seems perfectly clear. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. So, catch, calls the Onceler. He let something fall. It's a truffle seed. It's the last one of all. You're in charge of the last of the truffle seeds, and truffle trees are what everyone needs. Plant a new truffle, treat it with care. Give it clean water and feed it fresh air. Grow a forest, protect it from axes that hack. Then the Lorax and all his friends may come back. The Lorax by Dr. Seuss.
Let's talk about the problems the Lorax faced in the stories. What were the characters doing to the trees? And why was the Lorax upset? They were cutting down the trees. The process of cutting down trees is called deforestation. Deforestation, it's bad. We need trees to help us breathe. What happened when all the trees were gone? What happened to all the animals that live in the forest? Think about it. Also, think, what are you going to do to help with the deforestation? To fight against deforestation, Miss Cruz is going to plant more trees. What are you going to do to help fight against deforestation?